Hello everyone, and welcome to another in-depth look at this cold spell coming up next week, starting around Monday and lasting possibly to the end of the first week of December. Now, today is Friday the 24th of November. We're drawing ever closer to Monday when this cold air will start flooding in properly, although today we're seeing the first cooler shots with northerly winds. And really, from today onwards, we shouldn't really see any major mild weather coming in until the end of the first week of December, according to the models currently. But of course, this is all liable to change. Now, I've been analysing these models in detail off camera, and I think that the first possibility of wintry falls over Ireland will be on Wednesday. That is, as an area of rain moves in from the west into very cold air established over Ireland. So Wednesday at 3 a.m, if we put the temperatures on, you can see it's bitterly cold over many areas, especially in the Midlands and East, well below freezing, down to -4 or even -5 in the East Midlands, while we have some rain moving into the west. Now, at 6 a.m, this moves towards the west coast. Still rain. There are a few pink splotches there, indicating that over the mountains of Galway and Mayo, it will start turning to snow. 9 a.m. is moving into Clare, Cork, Kerry, Limerick, also towards Galway and Mayo. Inland, it's turning widely to snow. Temperatures, if it will load, there we go. Very cold in the east of the country, still widely sub-zero. In the west, not as cold, but still around freezing away from the coast. And then at midday, it turns widely snowy in the west and southwest. This big area of snowfall. Temperatures by then, put the temperature forecast on. Okay, yeah, so temperatures in the east rise, but look at this. Widely in the south and west, it will be at around freezing. That's because with the cloud and rainfall, then snowfall, we start seeing evaporative cooling. That is, as we see precip falling, it drags cold air from aloft, and that makes it colder on the surface than it would normally be. And at 3 p.m. on Wednesday, the snow moves towards the South Midlands. Again, quite a widespread snow event, but of course, liable to chops and changes. And you can see the warm sector with this low, this hook here that is fueling the precip. And again, very cold in the west and south here on Wednesday afternoon, on snow, around freezing. The snowfall accumulation should be here somewhere, snow depth, and we see a covering in about like North Cork, East Kerry, South Limerick towards Clare, and parts of East Galway, East Mayo. Obviously, 5 days out, and this is going to be a very marginal thing. It'll depend on exact dew points, temperatures, air masses, the timing of it as well. If it comes in during dawn time and the morning time, then it's likely to be snow. If it comes, what should I say, something wintry, not necessarily snow, but if it comes in during the afternoon, then it's likely to be rain after the sun heats the earth up. So here we go. The first possible marginal wintry event is popping into the time frame of the UKV, and we can be posted on this. This is a GFS 12Z run from Weta. So here we go. On Sunday and Monday, this trough comes in from the west, sinks towards Europe, and pulls in this cooler or colder northeasterly flow. Then on Tuesday, we see a ridge over us, bringing a frosty morning. Actually, could be very cold Tuesday morning, especially in the North Midlands, down to possibly around -6 degrees, possibly. Beyond that, we see we see troughing within the cold air, and that does bring the risk of wintriness on Wednesday. We can see this trough through the country. That does bring wintry risks. Then it pushes eastwards, and we see another trough come in on Thursday from the north. Again, wintry possibilities with that. All marginal, all depending on exact factors. And then beyond that, we see cold northerly winds coming in. Beyond this, we see a ridge on the 6th of December. Then towards the end of the first week of the month, we start seeing these stormy systems from the west pushing in, bring the mild air back, and copious rainfall. All wintry risks gone. Here is the forecast for the upper temperatures. So on Monday, we start pulling in the cooler air, colder air. It stays through Tuesday, Wednesday. Again, a little milder slice through here will bear some precip. Again, the following games possibly. Then a little trough comes through on Thursday. We can see this trough here, and the -5 isotherm with it. It's a cold area of low pressure. Possibly snowfall with that as well. And then beyond that, we see this cold northerly wind, and the -5 isotherm comes shooting southwards. So we're in cold air properly then by the first weekend of December, and we keep going until the 6th or the 7th of December, when the Atlantic starts breaking through. Could be transitional snow with that, so starting off with snow, then going milder and wetter, and then after that we're straightforwardly mild, zonal, westerly, and wet. Here is the ensemble graph from the GFS. Okay, so again, each line is a run of the GFS, apart from this white line and this red line, and the thick green line is the GFS 12 dead run that I just showed you. Okay, so a few runs over here where the mouse is, they're going milder into the end of the month. They bring up a severe low from the south, and that brings following games, especially, as I say, to more northern areas if they're to come off. But most runs keep the temperatures lower, so that would imply that we see a shallow trough and a more wintry risk to things. Beyond that, into the first few days of December, up towards the 6th or 7th, we see it being solidly cold, down to about -4 at 850 HPA. Then, from about the 6th or 7th onwards, the temperature rises, and we see a cluster going mild up here. But a cluster stay cold, but I do believe that at some point around the 6th or 7th of December, mild air will start to barrel through. At some point, mild air must come in this country. We're Ireland. Okay, this is the ECM WF forecast. So again, Sunday and Monday, trough moves in from northwest, blocking increases towards Iceland and Scandinavia, and we put in a cooler northeasterly wind. Tuesday, Wednesday, we see a trough forming right over us within cold air. Again, the following games, the trough is centered to our west. There, following games with that, and is moving southwards. Into Thursday, we see the trough over the UK pulling in this northerly flow. Following games, especially in the east or north, exposed to those northerly winds. Then we see these northeasterlies into the first weekend of December, and they bring snow showers or sleet showers or rain showers, a mixture, especially to the east and north. Then, up until the 4th of December, we see a huge block towards Greenland, Iceland, and the Atlantic, trough over Scandinavia, and there's cold northerly winds. I'd say at the stage drying out, showers confined towards northern coasts, but a harsh frost overnight with crisp, chilly, frigid winter days at that point. Here's the temperature forecast for 850 HPA. So starting off on Monday with the cold air starting to move in from the northeast. It stays over us Tuesday. Look at this little warm sector coming through on Tuesday evening, Wednesday morning. that warm sector cools down, and that is where fun and games could occur. Anywhere that isn't within the 0 ice term here, that yellow shade, is at risk of wintriness, depending, as I said, on exact, precise dew points, temperatures, timings, etc. Then this trough comes in from the north, in quite cold air, so who knows. And then we see the -5 ice term coming southwards into December, bringing wintriness with it. We end up on the 3rd of December, bringing the cold air down, and there's more downstream, and the ridge is keeping it coming. Here's the UK Met Office run. Here we go. So it's Monday, we start seeing the low going towards the low countries. Then we start to see this colder northeasterly wind take over before a ridge forms, then a trough. And it's this trough that could bring that snowfall to the west on Wednesday. That's what causes snow on the high-res charts. The trough goes southwards, and we see this northerly flow coming in. And up until the 1st of December, we look cold and wintry. Upper temperatures from this model, looking at this. So we see some cold air coming through on Tuesday, bring a very harsh frost actually Tuesday morning. Slightly milder temperatures on Wednesday, but that's moisture as well. And we see a risk of snow. Into Thursday, Friday, we see this northerly winds come back around -5 degrees in the upper temperatures. I'll show you the ECM ensembles just for the records. Okay, so ECM ensembles again. Actually, very good signal from these ensembles to be cold. Very good signal. From about Tuesday, Wednesday next week onwards, and only a few like these over here and that one go miles. Very good agreement from the ensembles to go cold. So I'd say we can, it's good to see the models finally starting to agree on a trend. But now we have to figure out when and where any wintriness could occur. That's the next step. We've got the general pattern correct that we'll see troughing and areas of low pressure in cold air. So it'll be chilly, quite cold, not a straightforward northerly easterly wind. Troughing within it, a lot of moisture with cold air. Fun and games. So, Monday, GEM run now. We see that cold air coming in. Then the ridge comes to the country briefly on Tuesday. Then the troughing starts. And we see these areas of low pressure coming in. Deep one over France on Friday. Very, very wintry there, Thursday, Friday. And we are into this cold northerly winds into start of December. Very interesting. And then we start to see more low pressure with this cold air to our south. Again, it's all very juicy. Into the upper air forecast then, we see a brief warm sector there on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. Bit of precip, snow. It's something wintry, possibly in the north. Then that trough comes through on quite chilly air on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then the cold air really comes down from the north. And we end up looking at this with quite cold air over us. GM ensembles next then. Dublin ensembles. Okay, so again, good agreement to a colder, but possibly milder towards the end of November. Here's the icon run. The icon's looking at this. So here we go. Monday, the cold air comes in from the northeast. Tuesday, Wednesday, troughing starts. Again, easterly winds with this one, quite interesting. And it's all very interesting indeed. Upper temperatures with this, again, Monday goes colder. Then we go on, and we get some properly cold air from the east and northeast, staying towards the first weekend of December. Finally, swiftly, the arpège run. And this gets us to the 28th, 29th of November. And actually, this low is looking a bit further northwards on Wednesday. Possibly more general precip into the south. It's quite close. Anyway, thanks for watching. Getting exciting. I'll see you tomorrow morning for the midnight runs.